Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your nearest kin, that they may keep you from the immoral woman and from the seductress who flatters with her words. So when I read that, I saw about 4 or 5 things here. Listen to these things. I just got these underlined in my Bible. About the words of God. Treasure my commands. Keep my commands. Bind them on your fingers. That means what's what your feet doing with your hands. Bind them on your feet. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Memorize them. Meditate in the Word. Value the Word. Say to wisdom, you are my sister. I want to be wise. I want to be wise. I want to make wise decisions. Have you ever been in a place of paralysis where you just don't know what to do? Well, I get there in life from time to time, but I've learned a principle that really helps me. Do what you already know is the will of God. Do what you already know is the will of God. You may not know the specificity or the specific thing. You may not have that. But if you will live your life doing what you know to be the will of God, when you come to the hard place where you're indecisive and you don't exactly know, if you will get quiet, God will speak to you and He will lead you and He will guide you by His Word that you've hid in His heart. It's an amazing thing. God wants us to be smart. God wants us to be wise. I don't think it's that He's tired of rescuing us, but I think He doesn't want us to be in a place where we need to be rescued so much, that we can live with joy and peace and prosperity because we make wise choices. Because we make wise choices. And then finally he says this, and call understanding your kin. Sometimes I just have to say I have the mind of God, and when I need to know what I need to know, I'll know it. I'm going to be a man who has understanding. I'm not going to be one of those befuddled people that says, well, I just don't know what the Bible means. No, I know what it means. I may have trouble obeying it, but I know what it means. And so the principle is, pick the stuff that you know and be obedient to that, follow that, hide that in your heart. And listen, when you come to the place of difficulty, the Spirit of God will help you. Now, the rest of chapter 7 is interesting. He goes back to talking about the harlot and avoiding the harlot. And there's certainly some things we could talk about in regards to that. I tell you this, sexual sin, let me just say this. Sexual sin is bad. It's evil. Now, all of you who are my age may say, Pastor, why are you talking about sex so much? The Bible talks about sex so much. And when you're a young person and you're young married, you need to guard your sexuality. You need to keep yourself to your spouse. You need to honor God and His Word when it comes to sexuality. Not many preachers talk about sexuality, but I will, because it's important. Because it is the single greatest illustration of the covenant that we have with Jesus Christ. Paul says that both in 1 and 2 Corinthians. Sex is a big deal. And when you violate it, you sin against your own body. And sometimes repenting comes easy, but recovering comes hard when you don't hold the boundaries of God. All right. I want to encourage you to continue in Proverbs chapter 8, 9, 10. I'll see you next week on Wednesday as we continue our way in our journey through Proverbs. Remember, this Sunday, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. By the way, we're playing a little 5 minutes still. We're playing a little advanced thing. So if you want to turn in a little bit early, you can see the video of people greeting and other things that are going on. But at 10 a.m., we'll go live with our worship and with a life-giving word. Now, just to let you know, I will not be preaching this Sunday. We are going to have a baby dedication. I'm going to be doing some other things, but Pastor Travis has got a living word from you. And you know what the title of it is on Mother's Day? What's for breakfast, Mom? What's for breakfast? Oh, where's that in the Bible? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. It's there. So we'll see you Sunday. God bless you. Be safe out there. Watch the boundaries. Pay attention to things. Don't get careless.